T to the 4 CMB, the eternal flame. The temperature of the cosmic microwave background is inevitable, as proven by Ross Anderson. And think about the principle of a thermocouple, where you have temperature and you have bending, and that is the principle that we apply to the surface of the eternal flame of this bending force of the cosmic microwave background. Now, just to let you know how it proves that we're the center of the universe, look at Max Tegmark's work on the octopoles and the shape that's developed of the yin yang, and see that that's the pattern of the flame and the ice. So fire and water here in the cosmic microwave background. Ice 18 is austenitic, stretched into hexagon framework, tiny hexagonal framework, and within that framework, windows, flame, color of a flame going out. If you take the Big Bang principle, that never happened, because the first thing that would happen would be there'd be a shock wave. An explosion so massive as the Big Bang would create a shock wave, and that shock wave would expand to a certain distance, creating the duration in which the explosion would then occur. But what happens is the shock wave is so powerful, it gets to a certain distance and it sustains its own energy because it's moving with energy. It's forgotten. And so the action takes place at the center. So at the outside you have fire and ice, austenitic water, and windows of flame going out of color, and that wavelengths of those colors of the flame going out creates a thickness of the ice 18, and that's the cosmic microwave background thickness outside of our sphere. The outside of that surface exists here at the center as a two-dimensional rotating yin-yang, as the time particle, showing that as I've drawn it. That's the arrangement of forces of a vortex of a meter and a second. A meter squared and a second squared must exist. A meter cannot exist relative to the second, must exist relative to the second squared. So a vortex is created, an imbalance. And so the cosmic microwave background is now a toroidal field, a big donut. At the center of the donut, tiny particle, the fields meet, they don't meet. They're offset from each other, like that, as if to my nose. Yeah? And so a vortex develops here of the toroidal field because it exists for a duration. The flame takes time to go out. And in that duration of it going out, it creates energy because work is being done, because motion is taking place, of the motion in color of experience here at the final transform of meter squared to second squared spirit. And so here, where there's earth and light, and there is spirit. Happy days. So the cosmic microwave background, its inevitability, proves that the Earth's the center of the universe. I lay it on the table for you, world, to pick up or not to pick up. But the truth is out, and disclosure has just happened. Wake up. Welcome to the future, my friends. Welcome. Follow the Rebel King.